watch Ross. Oh, he's at it. Still a couple days here before the trade deadline, but I think after seeing what the pitching staff has looked like the last 3 games, Ross is like, all right, enough is freaking enough. Allowing this many runs over a 3-game span, it cannot continue. And he goes out there, or maybe he just walked across the field. I don't know. But he acquires Seranthony Dominguez from the Baltimore Orioles in exchange for Juaron Watts-Brown of the Toronto Blue Jays farm system. And there you go. Big bullpen arm for the Blue Jays. Let's break this down. All right, here we go. Let's start with Blue Jay fans because that's where I'm at. And then Oriole fans, I'll give you a little breakdown about what Juaron Watts-Brown's all about, all right? So, first things first, we got cash as well. Cash considerations, the man, he's back. Anyways, 30 years old, Seranthony Dominguez. He's a free agent at the end of the season. Look, he pumps gas. He averages 97.7 miles an hour on the heater. A well above average strikeout rate at, almost 31%. His walk rate's up a bit this year. But again, get Pete Walker with him. Figure something out. Good things will happen. But he limits the home runs. He limits the home runs and is an ERA of 3.24. Look, I love it. I love the deal. You get it back into the bullpen arm. He has 23 walks over 41 and 2/3 innings, which is a little bit too much for me. But 54 punch outs in 41 innings, and he's allowed 4 homers in 41 and 2/3 innings. He has been awesome. Now, he's not a closer, clearly. 2 saves and 3 blown saves. But that's fine because the Blue Jays are in talks with the Cardinals for Ryan Helsley. We've heard some David Bednar news. There's some stuff cooking right now, and I'm completely all for it. So if Seranthony Dominguez is kind of like the number 2 on what your acquisitions are going to be at this deadline, totally fine with it. Significant pickup for the Blue Jays. Just trying to figure out some more on Seranthony Dominguez. Bottom line, he throws gas, walks some guys. Might have to be a little careful with that. But regardless, you add a leverage guy to your bullpen. Thank goodness. You don't know what's going on with Jimmy Garcia moving forward. You don't know what's going on with... Or is that it? Was it just Jimmy Garcia from the bullpen? I know Ryan Burr was done for the year. Let me just quickly check. Ryan Burr. Yeah, just Jimmy Garcia. And Nick Sandlin as well. And he'll be back at some point. I think he's rehabbing, isn't he now? Throwing program pause. That was 5 days ago. So I don't know what the hell. I think he had a cortisone or something like that shot in his arm. And Alek Manoah will be back at some point. Whether they use him as a bullpen guy, I don't know. But bringing in Seranthony Dominguez, a definite step in the right direction for the Blue Jays. They definitely needed to do this, and I'm really excited about bringing him in. Now, for Oriole fans, well, people are going to see Juaron Watts-Brown, right? And he's your 10th ranked prospect. Pretty exciting for Oriole fans. I will say as a Blue Jay fan, I did like Juaron Watts-Brown as a prospect, but prospects are exactly that. Prospects. Do Oriole fans want to hear about Kyle Stowers? No, they don't. Because that's a guy they traded away, and he's a freaking stud. Whereas some other guys they traded away haven't been as good. Because prospects are prospects. Now, I did like Juaron Watts-Brown, though. He's a former 3rd-round pick from the Blue Jays 2 years ago. He's reached Double-A this season. The numbers are pretty good. He's had a 3.48 ERA in 52 innings. At Double-A, he had a really good last start, but the 2 prior were no good. Still trying to figure it out. 23 years old, big dude. Got a great slider. Again, he's a good player. It could be a win-win for both teams. It could be a win-loss for one or the other. Who knows? It all depends on what happens in the postseason for the Blue Jays. And look, when you're trading prospects, you look at it down the road. But for the Blue Jays, you're in win-now mode. And the fact that your organization, if you're the Toronto Blue Jays, are willing to spend boatloads of money. Clearly, you signed Vlad to a $500 million contract, as well as paying Anthony Santander and him not playing, giving George Springer a bunch of money, having a top 10 payroll. You're fine getting rid of prospects. Because when it comes to the free agent market, you're okay with spending the money. A team like the Orioles who, look, Oriole fans, I know I'm assuming you're here as well, but if I was an Oriole fan, I'd be pissed right now. Your team's not good right now. I don't care. They're beating the crap out of the Jays right now. Good for them. But they're not a very good team. They're great offense. But they look, Corbin Burns walk. Now, he wanted to go to Arizona, all this, blah, 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 blah. Fine. But look at the offseason acquisitions. Charlie Morton, great. The 80-year-old man, good for him. Right? Your pitching staff's been no good. You've lost a year. And which one, let me ask you this. Which one of your top-tier guys have been paid? Exactly. And has there been any sign that your organization is willing to do so. Now, for their sake, I hope so. Because, God, that organization went through turmoil years and years and years ago. And they had some really good regular seasons the last few years. Awesome. But my goodness, they're not in a great spot, so they want prospects. And the Jays are like, here, take this guy. Good young arm, could be something, could not be something. We'll see. And if you're the Blue Jays, you brought in a guy that's going to help you right now. I think it's a win-win for both teams. For right now, talk to me a couple years down the road if Juaron Watts-Brown is at the big league level absolutely shoving and Seranthony Dominguez is not a Blue Jay and we didn't win a World Series or have anything fun happen in the postseason, assuming you get there, then yeah, come back and talk to me. But for right now, I think it's a win-win for both teams. For Blue Jay fans, you definitely have to be excited. Acquiring a bullpen arm, this might mean less of Chad Green. Good stuff there. All right, so you know what, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and are jacked up for Seranthony Dominguez, hit that like button. Do appreciate that. The subscribe button, you guys know that's not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the trade. What do you like? Do you not like the trade? Let me know all your thoughts down below. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already, and I will talk to you guys. Jay's Vision, of course. Here we go. Game 3 of this series goes in about an hour's time. Jays, Orioles, Eric Lauer versus Brandon Young. It's a pitching matchup at 6:35 in about an hour from now. Find a way to get a win, boys. All right. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and Seranthony Dominguez being a Blue Jay. Talk to you guys then.